At 24, Carmen Electra had tasted fame with Prince, and now she was determined to find it again. Carmen quickly realized that dancing could only take her so far. So in May 1996, she did what many beautiful women in Hollywood have done to generate more buzz. She posed for the first of several Playboy shoots.
I want to say, you know, when I'm an old lady that I had a Playboy cover, you know? I think that's pretty cool.
She's comfortable with her body, she's beautiful, and then why not pose for the pages of Playboy? I mean, every time she does a cover, I mean, the sales just go through the roof.
Carmen's friends weren't surprised that she posed for Playboy, but they did notice something a little different about her.
All of a sudden, she had boobs. It wasn't some, like, agonizing thing. She kind of just knows what she's gonna do, and then she just does it. I don't think she spends a lot of time second-guessing it. She looked perfect without boobs, but then, you know, it was Jessica Rabbit after that.
Carmen was catapulted to the rank of sex goddess. Suddenly, she started getting calls from casting agents everywhere. In February 1997, MTV chose her to replace Jenny McCarthy as the host of its dating game show, Singled Out.
Carmen came in and kind of made it her own. She didn't try and be, you know, the funny heckler that Jenny was. She came in as the beautiful, sexy girl with an opinion, and that was kind of the tone that she took with the show.
Singled Out really helped her image along because you got a different audience. You got the teenage boy audience who was, you know, had been lusting after Jenny McCarthy, now turning and lusting after Carmen.
Carmen became the new it girl with the MTV crowd. So what job could top that? How about an audition to replace the star of one of the most popular TV shows in the world?
Baywatch back then was just huge. It was the #1 highest rated show on this planet. So to get on Baywatch, it almost meant like getting an Oscar.
I went in and auditioned and had to do a swim test and, you know, do a scene, and I was so nervous.
So I was like, okay, now you're gonna be swimming. Okay, now do you remember that you can't swim, or are you just gonna fake it or whatever?
Carmen survived the swim training and passed the test. She would play Lonnie McKenzie, an aspiring singer and dancer from Hawaii. It seemed like a perfect fit.
Baywatch goes well with Carmen. It's silly. It's silly eye candy. Carmen Electra's silly eye candy, and so is Baywatch itself. She's mine!
Survive.
I don't think anyone really took acting seriously on Baywatch, and we had to take acting classes. Some of the actors had acting coaches on set. I mean, come on, it was campy, it was bubblegum, it was cake, it was Baywatch.
Okay, so Carmen wasn't going to win any Emmys. The biggest challenge on the show was trying to fill Pam Anderson's shoes and other parts of her wardrobe. Carmen was forced to wear Pam's old bathing suit.
Here she is on the show, and they should give her her own swimsuit. But they did that to a lot of the actresses. I mean, most of those red swimsuits were Pamela's. Her name was written in the suit.
Even wearing Pam Anderson's bathing suit, Carmen managed to carve out her own niche.
Pam was always the unattainable, not the girl next door, but the girl down the block that guys would talk about, but nobody really dated, even if we said we did. But Carmen was more the girl that you could get to know, that you felt like you might have a chance with.
7 years after running into Prince, Carmen had finally arrived. The show had turned her into a huge celebrity, and she was recognized everywhere she went.
We would go to clubs, or we would just go, you know, grab a bite to eat, and you would just see, you know, just all the heads turning, you know, like little girls loved her, and of course the boys loved her. The boys, just forget about it, you know, they were just hands down loved her.
Carmen had it all: money, fame, and worldwide success. But she didn't have much time to enjoy it. In 1997, she got some shattering news from back home. Carmen's mother, Patricia Patrick, had been diagnosed with a brain tumor. Carmen rushed back to Cincinnati.
I went to the hospital to see her, and I just couldn't believe it because I could tell that she didn't know anyone. And my mom was so strong, and to see her in that position was really difficult.
Carmen's mother had surgery to remove the brain tumor, and she seemed to get better. But a year later, in August 1998, her condition drastically deteriorated. Carmen immediately flew home to be by her mother's side.
During the visit, my last visit to see my mom, the phone rang and I answered it, and that's when I got the news that my sister had passed away. And I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't. I thought it was a joke. Haha, funny joke. Okay, where is she? You know, but it was real, and I just thought, how did this happen?
Carmen's older sister, Debbie, who she was very close to, had died of a sudden heart attack in her sleep. She was just 40 years old. That same week, her mother finally lost her battle with cancer.
I remember everything just became really dead. You know, everyone in the house was just not talking, like everyone was in shock. And it's almost like you can't hear anything. It's almost, it's weird. Everything just was so lifeless.
She said, I had so many emotions going on in my body that I couldn't cry. She said, I don't want to ever be alone right now. And I said, why not? She said, because if I be alone, I think that's when I'm going to lose it.
Carmen wouldn't have to spend much time alone.
You know, a lot of people turn to drugs and alcohol, and I didn't turn to drugs and alcohol. I turned to people.
When we return, Carmen ties the knot with the bad boy of all bad boys.
Carmen dropped by and she looked kind of dazed, and I was like, what's up? And she said, oh, I think I just married Dennis. I just got married in Vegas.